divided. The parents united will never be divided. The parents united will never be divided. The parents will never be divided. The parents united will never be divided.
Now they are rendering decisions on co-locating schools. And we here as parents, CEJ, teachers, students, the advocates for children, there are political leaders who are saying that we feel they are not following the proper process for co-locating schools. So we are saying no, we don't agree with that. And we have two schools, PS 188 and PS 94, who's actually filed a formal complaint with the State Education Commissioner.
When Girls Prep first came 2 years ago, we welcomed them and were ready to share the building with their elementary school. In order for them to have their fair share of space, we gave up 6 classrooms, including our adult ed/GED room, our family room, as well as special ed providers. As they grew, we had less and less time for gym, sports team, and after school.
Our children are not pawns on a chessboard to be moved around as DOE sees fit. I am asking today that the State Commissioner as well as the Department of Education review the process that has taken place regarding the co-locations of our schools.
The Educational Impact Statement left out the very important fact that District 1 does not have any other school with specialized classrooms for students with autism. So when Girls Prep takes over 4 of the 9 classrooms that PS 94 currently has for students with autism in the 188 building, more students with autism are likely to have to be bused out of district as a result.
A lot of parents were skeptical. The main reason parents were and still are skeptical is because we haven't received any facts about how this will affect our kids. The DOE never told us what rooms we would lose. They never told us what programs would be cut. They never explained how our special ed classes would be affected. They never told us any facts about how any of this would happen. PS 30 plans on filing a grievance with the state once we find out the real facts about what's going to happen to our school.
Trust me, we know if they try to squeeze that school into our site, it's going to affect children in wheelchairs, children that cannot talk, children that cannot walk. It's going to make a difference in the autism programs for children that can. We want all our children to achieve. It's not just glorified babysitting. These children have a right to learn.
I do not support the flawed DOE formula which calculates the spacing in public school buildings. This flawed formula by the DOE has pitted parent against parents for far too long. It is up to us parents and supporters of public education to bring this to a halt. The New York City governance law applies to both public and public charter schools.
Doesn't make sense to take our most vulnerable students who have disabilities in our District 75 schools and vulnerable students in our district schools that are Title I schools and cap them or reduce their classes when they've been doing well. It doesn't make sense to make them eliminate after school programs, which is what happened at PS 188, to eliminate music, art, and science lab from my high school students at PS 47.
Parents are full partners in their children's education. But you don't listen. You're thick-headed. You're stubborn, like your mule, and you gotta be kicked in the butt by a judge, by parents, thousands of parents at the PEP meeting.
Rule that the DOE is not above the law. They're not above the law. They have to listen to the community. They have to listen to our political leaders, to parents and students to make these decisions because we are all part of the equation. All schools deserve the space, services, and resources to be great schools.
United will